Hello everybody, welcome to the Hinstitute. We're going to take a look at problem number 6 here. So this one usually always causes some difficulty. There's actually a variety of ways to solve it, but I'm going to go about it the way I typically explain it to people. So the first thing is I'm thinking of a mile, so I'm going to think of this as a distance of 1609 meters, because that's how many meters are in a mile. So the first step I always like to do is I like to start with Roger Bannister, because he's the one that's actually going to be behind. So we're going to figure out the speed of Roger Bannister. And his speed would be the distance over his time. So he's running a mile. Back in 1954, he ran 1609 meters, and he did it in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. Well, I need that in just seconds. So 3 minutes is 180 seconds. If I add 159.4 to it, it's almost like adding 60 to it, but not quite. So what you're going to end up with is 239.4 seconds. So we can calculate this out, pull out my handy dandy calculator, and take my 1609 divided by 239.4. And we get 6.72, so forth. So I'm going to keep that, but basically say 6.72 meters per second. Now, I've been telling people to find the speed of Chacham, but we don't actually need to do that, because we know that when he runs it in this amount of time, which is equivalent to 223.13 seconds, that he's done. He's finished the race. He ran a mile. He ran 1609 meters. So here's the way I kind of thought of this problem, is they start at the same place. Roger takes off. Roger runs to about here. So this is Roger. But then if they take off at the same time, Chacham actually runs and he gets all the way to here. This is the finish line. This is 1609 meters. So there's Chacham. We are trying to figure out how far it is from here to there. In other words, if I can figure out what is the distance that Roger has run when Chacham has actually finished the race, I should be able to figure out what this missing little piece is. I'm going to call it Z. So to do that, I'm going to come back. I'm going to use the speed of Roger Bannister. So I'm going to use his speed, but I'm going to actually use the time that Chacham actually uses to run the race. And that'll find this distance from here to here. And so if I plug that in, I should be able to figure out the distance from here to here. So I have the time up here, but I'm going to use the speed from over there. And then I know Chacham has run the entire race, so he's gone 1609 meters. We're going to figure out how far Roger has gone, and to find Z, I just have to find the difference between those two lovely numbers. That's a little help on 6. Hope that gets you to where you need. Thank you.